Yes, people, welcome to Big Head Mode Episode 6, your look at the week's hottest video game news. We've got quite a few things to cover in this one. It's been a bit of a mixed week, so let's crack open a cold one and get right into it.
Where did your life go so wrong?
So first up, we have got some Nintendo news, and off the back of the success of the Super Mario Galaxy movie, it looks as though, as expected, Nintendo is going to try and capitalize on that. We remember when the Switch 2 first came out, the bundle that you could get for it was the Switch 2 and Mario Kart World, and I think in America it was $499 for it. Well, that bundle has been changed a little bit at the moment, and you can now get the Switch 2 and Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 for that. It is in select retail outlets. It's not available in the UK from what I can see as well. So this is kind of like an American exclusive one, but at the same time, I'm not sure how I feel about that, to be honest. If you have looked online at the shop prices of Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, you will find that individually in America, they go for about $40 each, about 33 quid each over here. And as a combined pack, they're about $70. And I'm going to be honest, that's far too much for games that came out so long ago. These are Wii games that are being packaged together. Now, granted, it's Mario. Granted, they are the flagship Mario games from that generation. And yeah, Nintendo has every right and every ability to charge what they do for it. I've just never really agreed with it because of the age of the game. Now, you could argue, but the game is still good. It's like, yeah, cool. It is still a good game. But Mario Odyssey is also a good game. I was never a fan of it when it first happened. And I think that replacing the bundle from Mario Kart World to Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, that you can argue, yeah, you are getting, two fully fledged games. It's like, you are, true. You could also argue that Mario Kart World is fulfilling in terms of like what it actually has as a game. But also, it's still a next-gen game. Like, it still gives you that welcome to your new console experience. With Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, well, you've already played these games. Chances are, anyway. I mean, I haven't. I was not that into the Wii era of gaming. Like, I kind of fell off with like the motion control stuff. I played Skyward Sword and I absolutely hated it. I played Twilight Princess, obviously. That was the first game that I had. Like a Wii Sports, which we all had. And I remember getting Twilight Princess for the GameCube, having a much better time with it. Now just please release that onto NSO. But of course, what did we expect? With the Super Mario Galaxy movie been doing so well in the box office, regardless of the fact that critics seem to not actually enjoy the film, all of us Nintendo fans and the nostalgia heads out there absolutely loved it. And the younger generation seem to be loving it as well. Of course, they were going to try and capitalize on that. And we've seen incredible merch sales from them. And we're also going to be seeing them trying to capitalize on the game side of it as well. And it wouldn't surprise me if that bundle does come over here at some point as well. But if you are in America and somehow watching this, hi. And also, if you are interested in picking up a Switch 2, you can get those two games bundled in with it now. Personally, I still try and find the Mario Kart bundle if you can, but I don't control your wallet. And we've got more Nintendo news now. Elden Ring, the Tarnish Edition for Nintendo Switch 2 has been given its price, and it's $80. And for some reason, that's causing an uproar. And the reason why I say for some reason with that is because it's the same price as it is on other consoles. I don't see what everyone is getting the knickers in a twist for. Like, it's $80 on Xbox, it's $80 on Steam, it's $80 on PS5, it's $80 on Switch 2. And yes, the other consoles have got the base game available there, and you can't get just the base game on its own on Switch. But the base game, plus the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC, is what you can get for $80 on all those platforms, and it's what you can get in the Tarnish Edition. So I'm not sure why people have been kicking up a fuss about this. Now, some people have been saying, but it's an older game. It's like, okay, cool. It's the same price everywhere. It's not as if the Switch 2 version is going to be hampered by that. Like, yes, it's an older game. Yes, it's probably, graphically not as impressive, but it's an older game. It's going to still be pushing it. Like, I personally didn't get any hands-on time with it at any events that I've been to, but we have seen people who have been at these events that it wasn't performing the best back then, but it has apparently gotten a lot better. But at the same time, you could argue that every PC version is going to play different, and that's the same cost. So I'm not sure where this is coming from, and people are getting angry about it. Like, yes, it's a game keycard. I get people not liking that side of it. I get people not liking paying $80 for a game keycard. And I also get the side of it, which is like, well, there's no base game available. Cool. I get all of those arguments, but you can't be angry at the fact that it's $80 across the board, but then angry that Nintendo are charging $80 on their platform. It makes no sense. Like, Elden Ring is an incredible game. Like, it's one game of the year that it was nominated for. It was just amazing. Shadow of the Erdtree got nominated for Game of the Year, which was weird and it shouldn't have happened. Not as good as the base game. The base game was just way better. personally think that Shadow of the Erdtree needed a little bit more time in the oven. It just was not ready to come out. It was missing some really vital bits, I felt, but hey ho, I still finished it. I cheesed it, but I finished it. Elden Ring's base game was incredible, and I absolutely fell in love with that. There's actually a playthrough on my channel. It was one of the first things, I think it was the first thing I uploaded actually, was me playing Shadow of the Erdtree. So there's a playlist on my channel if you want to go check it out. I'll put a card and a link in the description if you want to go watch it. I love Elden Ring. I think it's great. It got me playing other Souls games, which I really do need to play more of, but I am kind of busy with other stuff at the moment, but that is on the back burner. It is forgotten about. But I don't see why everyone's getting angry about this. I mean, I'm angry at the fact there's $80 games in the first place, but I can't be angry at Nintendo for charging $80 when everyone else is also doing so. But what I will say is, regardless of what platform you play it on, buy Elden Ring. It is incredible. And now on to some other news. And unfortunately, this isn't a fun topic, okay? But one of the art directors for Halo Infinite has come out and said that at Halo Studios, there was a lot of bad things happening. The Halo Studios have been accused of matters such as gross misconduct, favoritism and cronyism, interfering with employee sort of promotions and career progression, harassment cases. The list goes on. It's wild. It's absolutely wild to think that an industry such as this is full of people that are still doing these things. And it's horrible because Halo Studios have tried to do everything they can to try and get away from their history, and it's just following them because they're just not having a great time with it. And it's crazy to think that this is still happening, especially what happened over at Activision when everything came out over there and all the fuss that was caused about that, and all people that were not held accountable, that they should have been held accountable for the actions that they had done and the harm they had caused others. And to think that Microsoft's only response to this is that they don't discuss employee matters like this. I'm like, I get it. I fully get not wanting to go into the ins and outs of stuff publicly yet. I also get not wanting to do that at all. But there should be some form of statement made, which is not just, we don't talk about this thing. It's weird. It not only has Halo had like a really rough time of everything lately, but this just adds more to it. And it does make you wonder what the hell is happening over at that studio. It is not a good work environment by the sounds of it. It is absolutely dreadful. The fact that there's statements in there saying that they would regularly go out of their way to, manage out employees or people that had raised grievances as well, like, it is just insane, and it is really, really, really toxic. And I feel like Kit Wilson saying that. It's not a good thing whatsoever. And in an industry which is appealing to a lot of people to want to get into, hell, I've always wanted to be involved in the industry. And I mean, I grew up idolizing game developers and wanting to be involved in it in some way, and life happened, and here I am now making YouTube videos about it, but I'd still love to be involved in it in some way. But hearing news like this just makes you feel a little bit wary about it. So I do hope that everyone who is in these studios who's had these things happen to them is able to get the support that they need and able to get the outcome that they deserve for it as well. And I hope those that need to be held accountable are held accountable for it, because there is no space for that in this industry. It's really, really crap. And now we need to talk about layoffs. And this is a bit of a weird one because on the one hand, cool, they're getting rid of the department they're getting rid of. But on the other hand, like, these people that are losing their jobs. And it's Take-Two getting rid of their AI team. So yeah, cool, AI team is being getting rid of. That's not to say that AI is not going to happen. It just means that these people aren't going to be there anymore, which sucks. I think that everyone in the games industry who is, contributing to the development of the games that we're enjoying and the games that we get to talk about and play, lose ourselves in, deserves to have, employment and safe employment and be able to be looked after and all the other things that you'd expect from this. And in an industry which is changing priorities regularly, they've said that upper management have shifted theirs, and the AI team is no longer required for it. Now, that's not to say that they haven't got the tools that they still develop there and whatnot, but I just don't know really what's going on there. They're saying that there's no generative AI or anything like that in Grand Theft Auto 6 and that it's all been developed by people. We'll see how that actually turns out to be when the game finally comes out this year. But yeah, it's a rough one because although myself, I do not like AI, and I know a lot of people like me do not like it, I also realize that it does add tools to the industry for people to use, and companies do use them. And I would never think that just because I don't like something, that the people involved in it don't deserve to have employment. it's a really tough one. And I just hope that those people out there that need the help and need the support get it. It's like two topics back to back which aren't brilliant to talk about. Yeah, I realize that. Yeah, AI teams getting closed down is hopefully a sign that the industry is recognizing what the fans are wanting to hear and wanting to see and play with these games. But at the same time, like, still, it's people losing their jobs and no one should be celebrating that. So yeah, I really hope those people get repurposed into other roles and can be, moved around and stay in this industry if they do want to say. Take-Two is the first one that I have seen to be taking such a stance against, well, not stance against AI. They're not saying they're against using it. They're just closing down the team for it. So I don't know what that means for the future of Take-Two's like AI side of stuff, but yeah, bit of a weird one there. And finally, I forgot, I was going to mention this earlier, but Cyberpunk got its PS5 Pro update and it's fucking gorgeous. So those of you that know me in real life, I can only apologize for that, will know that I probably told you I bought Cyberpunk the day that it came out. I queued up for it. I bought it, put it in my PS5, and 90 minutes later after playing it, I was uninstalling it because it was dreadful. It was horribly buggy, barely ran. Not a fun experience. Now, obviously, with all the work that CD Projekt Red have put into it, it has been upgraded again for the PS5 Pro, and I'm making the most of my PS5 Pro, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. I've started playing it, when I'm taking breaks from Crimson Desert and other stuff that I'm playing that, and it is really, really good. It looks incredible. Absolutely insane. I'm playing it on Ray Tracing Pro mode, which is like the highest level that you can get. You get about 40 frames a second on it, which when you have VRR displays as well, which is what my TV is, thankfully, it looks just gorgeous and it plays so nice. I absolutely love it. It looks way better than I thought it could ever look. So if you are someone who has been waiting for this update, go update it, go play it, go enjoy it, and take in all the lights and splendor of Night City. And that is going to be it for Big Head Mode episode 6. Thank you to everyone who has stuck around and hung out and just enjoyed taking in all this video game news. I'm looking forward to seeing you folks next week. There is going to be a midweek video coming out this week as well, which is a review for a game, but I'm not allowed to say anything about said game until the review embargo drops, so it's going to be a fun little Switch game there. Thanks again to the team over at Rapid Reviews for sorting me out with that. There'll be a written article on their website as well. That is it. Big Head Mode done. If you want to see more from me, you can find me over on all the social media platforms at Big Ten Plays. Keep your head up, and I will see you folks soon.